Hello and welcome to the weather report. It is 9:30 on November 15th, 2023, and we had kind of a junky day today with a lot of high-level clouds around. You can see them all over the area. However, you do see that there is clearer sky off to the northwest. This is the MODIS satellite. You can see all the cirrus that was over us today. A lot of it, pretty thick stuff too. Filtered sunshine. Look at all those contrails. Look at them. You can actually see them all on the Silam and show you. Classic junky sky today across the area. Yesterday was a lot better. We had some of these stratocumulus clouds around. However, as we got toward the afternoon, it seemed like we had a little more of a break. And so yesterday we had we had a pretty good looking sky. The problem was with these clouds, they just kind of kept forming over the same spots over and over again. So they blocked the sun pretty often, even though you wouldn't think that they would. Sky still had, I would say, was only about maybe, by the afternoon, maybe 30% cloud coverage at the maximum. But still, we had these clouds kind of just covering the sun. But there was some blue sky. You saw the video I took at Bethpage yesterday. And then yesterday's highs, generally in the mid 50s, pretty consistent across the area. So let's take a look at what we got going on outside right now. Ice slip. We'll go ahead and look at. Oh, no. Go to the weather and hazards map. Look at ice slip here. There's ice slip, 50 degrees, southwest wind. Let's look at what the day was like at Islip, and you'll see temperatures. Today was a little bit cooler than yesterday. We had that filtered sunshine. It was pretty cold in the morning again. We got down below freezing. And for yesterday, you could see yesterday temperatures were in the mid-50s, so it was a little bit warmer yesterday. Despite the fact that it was windier, it was actually warmer yesterday than it was today. And looking at yesterday morning, yeah, we didn't drop nearly as much yesterday because we didn't get the radiational cooling. We did get it overnight, so we'll show you the highs and the lows on the map now. Let's go to the highs. Today, highs were in the mid-50s again. So, yeah, I guess similar to yesterday. Maybe a couple degrees cooler. But other than that, yeah, mid-50s. Jersey's about the same. Maybe just a few degrees cooler than yesterday, but the lows are where it's going to be cooler. So, wow, look at West Hampton. It got down to 21 at West Hampton. That's incredible. And everybody else had lows in the upper 20s to around 30s. Pretty cold, except for the city, of course, where it was only in the low 40s, the urban heat island effect. Looking at Jersey, they also were below freezing, mid-20s there in Ocean County and a lot of areas in New Jersey. Got down to the mid-20s with the radiational cooling. So yeah, pretty chilly, and we will go. Let's go look at West Hampton because that's pretty amazing right there that it got down to 21. But you'll see, it's amazing how cold it gets there. You can see they were below freezing. They dropped below freezing after 10 o'clock last night and stayed there, and generally were in the 20s, mid 20s, and then low 20s. So in the morning just before sunrise, that's pretty chilly. This morning. But unfortunately, we still had a pretty junked up looking sky today because of it, So let's go look at our statistics from the Weather Service here. Local past weather. We got to go over 2 days here. So ice slip. All right. So today they have it at 52. So 2 degrees off on the high, 8 degrees below normal on the low, and that gives us 5 degrees below normal for the day at Islip. We'll go ahead and look at yesterday. And yesterday was warmer. Yeah, it was warmer yesterday. High was 55. So that was actually technically 1 degree above normal, and we were about 2 degrees below normal for the day. You could see very little rain, only 0.11 for the month, so it's been very dry. Central Park, a few degrees below normal there, only 0.07 for the rain. So, again, pretty low. We can also look at JFK. And JFK only hit 50 today. So, yeah, there was that sea breeze effect today, which kept temperatures down. 0.03 only at JFK for rainfall. So, they had a pretty decent anomaly there with the temperatures. But anyway, let's go ahead and look at our weather map, and you'll see high pressure remains in control. We have a cold front that is way up over the Great Lakes. A storm over the west coast that's bringing some rain for them. And also a storm developing in the Gulf over Florida. And this is the one that we have to watch now for Friday night and Saturday. And right now, it looks like it's going to stay offshore. At least the last time I looked at the models, that's what it looked like. So let's go ahead and look at them now. And you'll see here, high pressure is over us, and will stay over us tomorrow. And start to move away on Friday. Here comes that cold front. This is the 18Z GFS now. So here comes the cold front. You'll see that low stays way, way offshore. Could have some tropical characteristics to it and possibly affect Nova Scotia. But for us, we wouldn't really see all that much rain with this particular setup. Just a slight chance for a shower. Chance for shower Saturday morning, generally, the early part of Saturday. And then the rest of the weekend is dry. The next big storm would be, we'll move this along here. This one looks a little more substantial. Would be, unfortunately, the day before Thanksgiving. Very bad timing. The storm here would hit on the day before Thanksgiving. Like I said, we're a ways out, but all the models are showing this. It's a big travel day, and it could be a real soaker for us. And windy, too, as well. So it could be a very stormy day. I'll just kind of look. Right now, it's kind of just too soon to tell. We'll show you the European as well here. So here's the European. Same thing. They kind of agree on the track of the storm, staying offshore. And then they agree on this storm for, again, that's going to affect. But the positioning and timing is different. So the Euro is even further north, and we would have a period of showers, and it might not last all day Wednesday, but it definitely could hit at a time when a lot of people are traveling, which would not be good. I don't think the Icon is going to go out that far. Let's see if it does. I don't know if it's going to take us far enough for that storm. Yeah, here's the Icon. The Icon is much further south, the center of it going over us. As far as the first storm goes, Icon also now taking it east. So they're all taking that storm, that coastal storm for this weekend, which is, like I said, we can only speculate on the one for next Wednesday, but they all seem to be taking it more offshore. So let's take a closer look at the area here, and we'll go and look at the HRRR to start, 0Z HRRR. Obviously, no precipitation. We can run this all the way till Friday. Here's that front. So here's the cold front here. This is the cold front here that would have a line of showers with it for Friday night. Right. So here's your high. All right. So let's look at the dew points and wind flow first of all. So you'll see we start off tomorrow with westerly breezes and mostly westerly breezes. But by later in the day, we might see more of a southwesterly component, perhaps, or maybe a little more of a sea breeze, bringing the temperatures down on Long Island. But tomorrow's going to be pretty warm, warmer than the day because of that westerly wind. And then as we get into Friday, you'll see here comes that southwesterly flow. So a little more of a southwesterly flow, which will bring in a little more moisture. But you don't really see a whole lot of moisture here to work with. Let's look at our temperatures here on the HRRR. And tonight, we'll probably not drop below freezing. It'll probably be lows 35 to 40 and probably mid to upper 40s in the city. It's near 50. And then tomorrow, much warmer. Tomorrow is we're going to be in the mid 60s most everywhere. Though, again, toward the South Shore, it'll tend to cool off into the 50s as you get toward late afternoon. I mean, late afternoon, like 3, 4 o'clock, and then tomorrow night. It'll probably drop into the mid to upper 40s, perhaps. So it will drop at night. And then for Friday, we warm up again. Could be pushing 70 in New Jersey on Friday with mid-60s for us. So it's still showing that southwesterly flow that we're going to be dealing with. So it'll still be pretty warm. Take a sounding for the skies, and I don't think we have anything to worry about for tomorrow. I think we're going to have mostly sunny skies. The only thing we'll have to watch out for is maybe some upper-level moisture toward the afternoon hours that could cause some cirrus or contrails. This will be more toward the afternoon, say after 2 o'clock or so. Other than that, I think it should be a nice sky tomorrow, hopefully a clear sky. I said tomorrow's going to be the best day of the week because Friday we're definitely going to have more of those high clouds around. Looking at the sounding, it might be too far in advance to get one. Yeah, you could see there's a lot of upper-level moisture there. Dry air down at the surface, though. In order to go further, we will need the GFS. So let's go to the GFS here. Go to the dew points and wind flow. So Here's the GFS, and you'll see that cold front coming. So here we are. Here's that storm staying way offshore. The cold front comes through Saturday morning, and we see the dew points drop, get a little moist in the morning, and then by the afternoon, we got the northwest winds coming in, dew points drop, and for Sunday, we'll be back in the cool air again with northwest to west northwest winds. Looking at your temperatures here, Friday, you'll see Friday night will be warm, but then as we get into it'll actually probably be warmer Friday night than it will be during the day on Saturday. So we'll have temperatures in the 50s Friday night, but Saturday will probably only be in the low 50s. So probably see Friday night, you can see it's going to kind of stay in the upper 50s to around 60, and then the temperatures drop throughout the day on Saturday. So temperatures actually drop as the day goes on. And then by Saturday night to Sunday morning, we're down to the 30s, possibly going below freezing. And then for Sunday, it'll be a much cooler day with temperatures only probably in the upper 40s to low 50s, which is closer to normal for this time of the year now. Taking a peek at next week, it still stays cool. You can see that 40s. And same thing for Tuesday, 40s as well. And then the storm that would come up and could be an LLJ event, so it could cause the temperatures to soar with strong southerly winds. And then behind that storm for Thanksgiving, much colder again, temperatures in the 40s again. And perhaps some days where we may only be struggling to reach the low 40s. So that's like in advance, and we'll talk more about that on Sunday night. So let's go ahead and talk about the rainfall amounts that the models are putting out. So we'll go ahead and we'll go to the precipitation chart here. And actually, no, not that. Total accumulated precipitation. So you'll see it really won't be all that much. You can see not very much here. It would be the second system that could be a real soaker, and that one could give us, GFS is thinking 2 to 3 inches of rain. So that could be a real soaker. We may get a month's worth of rain. We may get all our November rain on the day before Thanksgiving. Wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. In fact, I totally expect something like that would happen. You can go to the NAM 12 as well. You see the NAM 12 doesn't really give us that much with that system as well. So a lot of the models really aren't giving us a whole lot of rain with that. We can look at the European. I'm talking about the European gives us nothing. So, yeah, we really need some rain. But that's what's going to happen. We're going to get all our rain on Wednesday before Thanksgiving. I'm telling you, that's what could happen. It's crazy. But anyway, let's go to the skies next. Yeah, we'll take a look tomorrow. You'll see mostly clear skies tomorrow. It should be a nice day, plenty of sunshine. It's Friday that we're going to see the cirrus mixing with the sunshine, filtered sunshine, and a junky sky like today. And then there's your storm moving offshore. Saturday, probably plenty of clouds, maybe some peaks of sun by the afternoon. It would be Sunday that would be the day that would feature more sunshine. And then we could have more sunshine next week, though, again. We'll have to watch for the cirrus here from the next system kind of trying to come in. Here's Monday. Definitely will be around by Tuesday. This is the GFS here. Let's look at the RGEM. So here's the RGEM. And you'll see, again, tomorrow, just fairly clear skies. Again, maybe just a little bit of cirrus and contrail junk late in the afternoon. Otherwise, I think it should be a nice clear sky tomorrow. For Friday, that's when we're going to see more of that cirrus kind of come in. Especially once you get toward late morning, 11 o'clock to noon. That's when it's going to roll in. And then as we head toward the weekend, you'll see the RGEM is actually a little more forgiving and clearing it out, perhaps later in the day Saturday. So maybe even by 11 o'clock, we could have a nice clear sky, especially if you're in New Jersey. So we'll have to see what happens with that, and we'll have more on that for Friday night. So that's going to wrap up this weather report. Have a good night.